I think we're having one of those days where technology is just deciding to do its own thing. It is absolutely crazy. Nothing seems to be working. We've got electricity, we've got everything, but things are absolutely not working out today. Oh, finally, what a super weird Friday where the technology is just deciding not to work. It is super, super weird. I hope that you guys can hear me clearly. My name is Tsepo Khapane, and I'm part of the Black Bullion team, all the way based in Johannesburg, while the rest of the team is out in Cape Town. Today's webinar is all about the exciting world of crypto, that new age money. So, if you're curious to learn more about crypto, you've heard people talking about it around the braai or on campus, or you've seen Bitcoin trending for whatever reason, today's webinar is where you're going to get all the information that you need so that you can get started in terms of crypto, right? So a couple of house rules before we get started, things that you should take note of and things that you should know. Please use the chat box to ask any questions that you may have, to interact with me, other attendees, and of course, members of the Black Bullion South Africa team, namely Scott and Duncan. Of course, we will be giving away some vouchers during the course of this webinar. Bitcoin vouchers to the value of $100, courtesy of our friends at Luno. And of course, this webinar will be recorded. And once again, apologies for all the technical issues that we've been having. It's like one of those weird Fridays where the gremlins are just like, why you want to talk about crypto and fun things? We're cutting it. So our deepest apologies for that. So at Black Bullion, our mission is very, very simple. We want to build a community of money-smart young people who want to get a better understanding of their finances, of their moolah. So on the right-hand side, where there's the chat box, let me know, where are you currently watching from? Where are you at the moment? What province are you currently in? So I'm all the way in Gauteng, in Johannesburg. It's a little bit chilly, but the sun is out. But I'm still feeling good nonetheless. Where are you currently watching us from? I'm keen to know from you guys. Do let me know where you're currently watching us all the way from. And of course, you can also follow us on social media. It's at Black Bullion SA on Twitter. We're on Facebook, which is Black Bullion South Africa. We're also on LinkedIn. And of course, you can find us on Instagram. And of course, you can also pop us an email blackbullion at wafunda.com, right? So plenty of ways for you to get in touch with us so that you know about upcoming webinars. We're running competitions, we've got campaigns, we've always got some cool stuff happening on social media in particular. And as I mentioned earlier on, we will be giving away some vouchers, right? So during this webinar, we will ask 3 general knowledge questions about cryptocurrency. And the first person to answer each question correctly in the chat will win 100 Rand worth of Bitcoin. Very, very simple, right? Let me quickly just see what's happening on the chat. Zintle says, I'm watching all the way from my office in Port Elizabeth, Eastern Cape. Abongile says, I'm in KZN, Durban. Mavuso says, I'm representing Western Cape and I'm part of the Amatuba Collective. So people spread across South Africa have joined us. And Noctuna says, I'm checking it out from Gauteng in Pretoria. It's chilly weather this side, but we're blessed with some sunshine. Yes, yes, indeed. So as I mentioned, 3 vouchers that you can win, courtesy of our friends at Luno, a little bit of some Bitcoin. So winners will have 30 days to redeem their vouchers before they expire. And the voucher codes will only work for people who are in South Africa and those who have signed up onto Luno. So it's absolutely free to sign up. And if you do happen to win, it's very, very easy to unlock that voucher and get some Bitcoin in your wallet. All you need to do is select reward at the bottom of the navigation tab. You'll then be asked to pop in the code, which is the voucher code that you would have won. And then you will just need to add it so that you can unlock a little bit of some Bitcoin. So some goodies for you guys to win today. Super exciting stuff. Let me see. Ponzo says, I'm out in Soweto enjoying the webinar. So what can you expect on today's webinar? So what is on our crypto menu? A couple of things. The first is we're going to talk about the 5 biggest misconceptions around cryptocurrency. We're going to talk a bit about what on earth is money. What is money? What is amachankuras? What is this? I'm holding it up right now. What is this? We'll also decode cryptocurrency. We'll talk a bit about what that is. And then we'll talk about, how does crypto actually work? We'll talk about the benefits and risks, and then we'll have a little bit of a Q&A where I'll be taking some of your questions in terms of crypto. But we're going to try and keep it simple. I'm not going to try and confuse everybody using big crypto words. So to get us started this afternoon, I've got a very interesting random crypto questions for you guys. If you had to create your own crypto coin, what would you name it? So we give you the task of creating your own crypto coin. What would you name it? Because crypto coins these days, they've got these sexy little catchy names and phrases, right? So yours can't be bland. So if you had to create your own crypto coin, what would you name it? That's what I'd like to know from you guys. So jump into the chat, let me know. I'm happy to go first. So if I was creating a crypto coin, I would call it Mzansi for sure. Right? Local, it's a South African coin, Mzansi for show. Because I'm thinking, if somebody wants crypto from me, they're like, Tepo, please send me one Mzansi for show. It's got such a nice little flow, Mzansi for show. So I'm keen to hear from you guys. Get onto the chat, let me know. If you were creating your own crypto coin, what would you name it? Mine, Mzansi for sure. What would be yours? Right, I'm keen to know from you guys. So I just got a DM now, playing saying, I think I might go with Mula Mula. So the Mula Mula coin, Mula Mula. It's definitely got a ring to it, man. It's definitely got a ring to it. I love it. So get into the chat. Let me know if you're creating your own crypto coin. What would you name it? Of course, it has to have a sexy name. It has to be catchy, right? It has to be. Let me know what you guys would definitely call it. So I think a great place to start when it comes to crypto is understanding the misconceptions around it, right? And there are 5 big misconceptions when it comes to crypto. And I want to touch on them just a little bit, right? Because we want to start on a clean slate, right? So the first is that, cryptocurrencies are only used for illegal activities like money laundering, drug trafficking. Well, this is true, right? Cryptocurrency has been used for drug trafficking and other crimes in the past. Majority of crypto transactions are actually legitimate. So it is not solely used for illegal activities. That's the first misconception, right? So the second misconception is that cryptocurrencies are not secure. So because they are digital, they are online, a lot of people assume that they're quite easy to hack. This is also not true. So, your cryptocurrencies use something called cryptography. Did you hear that English? Cryptography. To make them secure. And we'll talk a bit about what all of this means. I know I'm using a lot of big words, but I am going to simplify it for everybody. Another misconception is that a lot of people think that cryptocurrency is a scam, it's a fad, it's a bubble, it's not going to last for long. And I'll admit, cryptocurrency is very, very volatile, right? And there's a lot of negativity around cryptos. But cryptos have existed for more than a decade. So clearly they're resilient. Clearly they are going to stay here for a very, very long time, right? Another misconception is that people think that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and so forth are only for people who are tech savvy, right? And I'll admit, a lot of cryptocurrency requires you to have technical knowledge, right? But they are user-friendly websites and webinars such as ours where you can get to better understand what crypto is all about so that you can buy it, you can use it, you can research on it, right? And then finally, many people think that because cryptocurrencies are not regulated, they are very risky and they are a scam. And this is true. Cryptocurrencies are not regulated, right? In the same way that a traditional asset is. But many countries, including South Africa, are implementing regulations to protect consumers and to also prevent illegal activity. So these are some of the biggest 5 misconceptions that I normally come across when I'm talking about cryptocurrency. I think another one that isn't on the presentation is around this idea that if you invest in crypto, you're going to become the next Petrus Motsepe overnight. This is also not true. If you entered a cryptocurrency at the very beginning, there are chances that you would have made money, but a lot of people have also lost money when it comes to crypto. That's why when it comes to investing, you need to be able to do your research. So I want to just quickly see what's happening on the chat. Noktula says, my coin would be boys and bucks. I love it. I love it, boys. Please give me some boys and bucks there. I love it. Abungile says, it would be rags coin. Rags? So rats. Oh, isn't rats? Okay, I see you. I see you. Mavuso says, I'd call it the Zen cone. And Zen is derived from the Japanese language, which means calm and peaceful. So Zen coin is the one that they'd be going for. So a lot of different names for coins that people will create. Keep interacting with us in the chat box in terms of those coins. So we spoke a bit about the 5 misconceptions as a way to get us started in terms of the world of crypto. And now I am ready to give the first voucher out. And as I said, quickest fingers first. If you can get this one right in the chat, then we will give you $100 worth of Bitcoin. I want to know from you guys, in what year was Bitcoin created? In what year was Bitcoin created? And I was still very handsome at this time. So we want to know from you, in what year was Bitcoin created? Get into the chat box and let us know what was the year that Bitcoin was created, and you could win yourself $100 worth of Bitcoin courtesy of Luno. The quickest fingers in the chat will win. In what year was Bitcoin created? That's what we want to know from you guys. Let's see if there's any other comments. I see people are still sharing some of their crypto names, which is absolutely amazing. And of course, I'm starting to see some answers. So the answer is 2009. That's the year that Bitcoin was actually created. So seeing that a couple of people are getting that right, that's absolutely amazing. So let's get into it, right? And let's talk a bit about what on earth is money. What is this that I'm holding up right now? What on earth is this, right? So we're going to talk about the good old rand and the dollar. So money is any item or medium of exchange that is generally accepted by people for the payment of goods or services, as well as the repayment of loans, right? So money is created by governments and it is legal tender. In other words, it must be accepted for the payment of goods and services. right? And money is not backed by any physical commodity, but its value is based on the trust that people have in government that has issued it. In other words, this 10 Rand note, it is literally a piece of paper, right? But its value is based on the trust that we have in the government that this is 10 Rand, it's valued at 10 Rand. We're saying that we trust that if we go to the store and you present this, you will get 10 Rand worth of goods, right? This is where things become a little bit different with cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is also a form of money, but it is not created by government. It is rather created by decentralized network of computers. It's created by technology. Cryptocurrency is not a legal tender, right? In any of the countries, but it can be used to buy goods and to buy services from various merchants who accept it, right? So what does this all mean? We've spoken about a medium of change, a medium of exchange, and so forth. Cryptocurrency, in its very simplest form, it's digital money for the internet. So just like your rand, your dollar, you can store it, you can send it, you can use it to transact. However, crypto is not widely accepted as payment, right? So cryptocurrencies are generally stored in a digital wallet, and they can also be viewed as an investment, right? And so since the creation of Bitcoin in 2009, many other cryptocurrencies have been created. So you've got the likes of Ethereum and Litecoin and Ripple. So there's a lot of these different coins, right? And crypto, the big thing with crypto is that it is decentralized. This means that it is not controlled by any single entity. Instead, it is controlled by a network of computers that are spread all over the world that makes it very difficult for anyone to control or to manipulate the actual cryptocurrency itself. And I'm going to explain what all of this means. I know there's big words, decentralized, we spoke about. I'm going to explain all of these. I just want to give you guys a little bit of a picture of what crypto is all about. It is digital money for the internet. Everything that you can do with your rands and cents, you can do with crypto. The big thing is that crypto is digital and it is decentralized, right? So the story behind why it is decentralized and how this all came about. In 2008, we had a global recession, right? And many people blamed governments and the financial sector specifically, right? Because they control the flow of money and interest rates. So Bitcoin was created in response to this, right? And so Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system that would allow you to send money to somebody or to receive money without the need for a third party, without the need for the bank. So if I wanted to send you money, there needs to be a way to do it without a bank. That's that's why Bitcoin came about, right? And they wanted to take control away from the banks and from the government, and so they created this decentralized coin. And I'm gonna keep explaining it. I'm gonna give you guys examples of exactly this, right? But I want to talk about the features of cryptocurrency. So firstly, cryptocurrency is created through a process called mining. You don't need to know exactly what it is. It's called mining, and it involves computers solving complex mathematical problems. It is decentralized, which means that it's not controlled by any central authority. And I'm going to give an example of this to solidify it. Cryptocurrency is also very, very volatile. So its value tends to fluctuate quite a lot. Cryptocurrency is not widely accepted as money, but its acceptance is growing. So more and more countries are adopting it. Cryptocurrency is more secure than your fiat money. Your fiat money is your rands, it's your dollar, it's your euros, it's normal currencies, right? So cryptocurrency is more secure, but it is still vulnerable to being hacked and being stolen. And then lastly, cryptocurrency is not regulated by any government or central bank. Now I want to get into this and I want to actually explain it, right? With an example, because I've used this word centralized. We heard that there's computers. We've also once heard that there's something called blockchain. So I want to put all of this into context with a very simple example. And this is how I go about understanding cryptocurrency, right? This is it. So cryptocurrency works by using a decentralized network of computers to verify transactions. This network is called the blockchain. And the blockchain is a public ledger of all cryptocurrency transactions. Let's do an example. So let's just say that I want to buy a vehicle and I want to use Bitcoin to buy this vehicle. So I want to use crypto to buy it, right? I go to the dealership and I say to them, listen, I've got one Bitcoin and I want to buy a car. The dealership or the seller says to me, they have a public key. A public key is almost like a bank account because they've got their own digital wallet. I've got my own digital wallet, right? So I want to send my one Bitcoin to them. I want to send it to their digital wallet and they send me their public key to do it. Now, this is where the computers come in, right? So there's a network of computers who do a couple of things. They verify and they will facilitate this transaction. What do? They ensure that one, my wallet actually has the cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin. It ensures that the other wallet is a valid wallet. It then says, we're now going to move my cryptocurrency over to the seller's cryptocurrency, the one that's giving me the vehicle. So that's what these network of computers do. There are hundreds and thousands of these computers. They are facilitating the transaction between my wallet and that individual's wallet. When this transaction is being made, the Bitcoin, the Ethereum is moving. It is recorded down on a public ledger called a blockchain. A blockchain is like a bank statement. It's basically saying these are all the crypto transactions, right? Once the computers are speaking to each other and they've verified that this transaction is real, we're moving crypto from me to somebody else, that transaction is seen as complete and it is added onto the blockchain. The blockchain cannot be hacked because you have all these thousands of computers that are verifying the transaction. So the computers are in the back end, they are verifying and facilitating the transaction that I'm doing. Once the transaction is done, it lives on the blockchain and it's a public ledger of all cryptocurrency transactions. It cannot be hacked, right? So that's how all the computers interact. That's what the blockchain is. It is a public ledger of all cryptocurrency transactions, but these transactions are happening because of these decentralized computers. They're all over the world. They're all speaking to each other. They're facilitating this transaction. This technology, this blockchain technology, it's actually being used in different industries. So you hear about smart contracts. The smart contracts, they're using this technology. They're ensuring that a transaction is happening and this transaction is verified, it's clean, it cannot be hacked, it cannot be manipulated, it cannot be controlled. That is the simplified version of how cryptocurrency works, right? So now we've stripped away all that big English to try and explain what on earth is crypto and what do we mean by blockchain and all of these computers speaking to one another, right? So, and if you do have questions, I will be taking questions at the end. So don't worry, don't panic. You might even put those questions in the chat and I'll try my best to answer them. So I think we should take a little bit of a break and give away some more Bitcoin, right? This is what I want to know from you guys. Who is believed to be the creator of Bitcoin? We said Bitcoin was created in 2009. Who is believed to be the creator of Bitcoin? Is it Thabo Mbeki? Is it Jacob Zuma? Is it Petrus Motsepe? I don't know. But the one who knows will definitely win themselves $100 worth of Bitcoin courtesy of Luno. Who is believed to be the creator of Bitcoin? I'm seeing a whole lot of answers already. I see Mavuso has answered it saying it is Satoshi Nakamoto. And that's very, very true. We actually don't know who it is. We think it's a pseudonym. We don't know who it really is. But that is correct. So Bitcoin was created in 2009 and it is believed to have been created by Satoshi Nakamoto. Hey, today I'm flexing it with these words. So now I want to just talk a bit about, what are the benefits of cryptocurrency and what are the risks and the dangers of cryptocurrency, right? The first benefit is that it is decentralized. It is not controlled by government. It is not controlled by the banks. You're not going to be in a situation where somebody says we're increasing the interest rate and it affects your actual cryptocurrency. There's no such. It is decentralized. It also happens to be anonymous, which is also seen as one of the benefits. Cryptocurrencies are also fast and cheap to use and can be transferred from anywhere in the world without the need for a third party. So if I want to pay somebody with Bitcoin and they're all the way on the other side of the world, this is one of the cheapest and the fastest ways to transfer my Bitcoin. It's very, very quick and it's very, very cheap to do. The other thing is that cryptocurrencies can also be used to invest and to diversify your portfolio. So decentralized, it's anonymous, it's fast and cheap to use and to transfer to to somebody else without the third party. And then of course, it's also a way for you to invest and to diversify your portfolio as well. So those are all the goods, the benefits of cryptocurrency, but there are some risks. There are some risks. The first is that cryptocurrency is very, very volatile, right? Which means that its value, its price, it's always going up and down. And I'm happy to explain why this actually happens, right? The second is that cryptocurrencies are a new technology, which means that there is a risk of fraud or scams or things changing very, very quickly. The last risk is that cryptocurrencies are not widely accepted, right? Which means that you may find it difficult to use them to purchase goods or services, right? So something may happen where, as an example, crypto is banned in a place that you stay in, like South Africa. All of a sudden, you've got all this Bitcoin and you can't use it. So these are some of the risks that are associated with crypto. It is very volatile. It's a new technology, so there's risk of fraud and scams. And then it is not widely accepted, not yet, right? It's not regulated. And these are all the risks that are associated with cryptocurrency. And we need to be aware of these. It's very, very, very important. So we've spoken a bit about the risks, spoken a bit about the benefits of it. And now we're going to touch on some key takeaways. What are the things that I want you guys to take away from this webinar? The first is that cryptocurrency is new and it's an innovative technology. There's always updates and things happening in the world of crypto. Two, it really has the potential to revolutionize the way that we think about money, right? Something new, something fresh. It's it's technology and it's a currency created for the digital world. That's where we live now, right? However, there are risks associated with cryptocurrency, and it is very, very important that you do your research before investing in any sort of cryptocurrency, right? And as I mentioned, it is an emerging technology, and because of that, its future is uncertain. We don't know what on earth is going to happen with cryptocurrency, right? So these are the key takeaways. It's a new and innovative technology. We are hoping that it will revolutionize the way that we use money. It does have some risks. And of course, its future is uncertain. There's quite a lot of negativity around it. But when you start spending some time trying to better understand how crypto works, then you start to really see some of the benefits associated with the coin. So I'm going to take some of your questions. If you have any burning questions around crypto, you're saying, Tepo, I want you to explain this thing again. I want you to unpack it for me again. I'm happy to do it. So get onto the chat if you have any questions that you might have, your burning crypto question that you'd like for me to answer for you, I will. Let me see some of these questions. So one question that's coming up now is, where on earth do I actually buy cryptocurrency? All right, so you can buy cryptocurrency from a crypto exchange. So we've got a number of them in South Africa. So some of the crypto exchanges, the likes of Luno, who we've mentioned, you've got Revix, you've got Vla. There's a number of them. There's even bigger exchanges that are abroad. So there's a whole lot of different types of these crypto exchanges. The crypto exchange is where you buy and where you sell crypto. And then the crypto exchange will also help you to create a wallet as well, because you need a digital wallet. That's where your crypto will sit. Let me see. Zinke says, but technically the price can be manipulated. We saw it happen with Dogecoin. I want to get into this around why it's volatile, because it's very much linked to what Zinke is saying. And in a weird way, it can be manipulated, but it's a problem that I think will be solved over time. So let me just explain why crypto is volatile. So earlier on, I mentioned that there are lots of different types of crypto coins, right? There's Litecoin, there's Solana, there's Ethereum, there's all of these, right? But each of these coins is limited in its supply. So Bitcoin, as an example, there's only 21 million Bitcoin that is available. And 21 million is a very, very small number. If I had to ask you how many rands and cents physically are out there, it's billions. We know there's people that are hiding them in couches. There's a lot of money. So 21 million is a very, very small amount. So this is what happens. Because there's 21 million, anytime that people are buying crypto, it will impact on the price because of supply and demand. So when people are buying crypto, there's a demand for crypto, the price starts to go up. But the reverse is also true, right? If something happens and people are starting to sell their crypto, then what happens? The price of crypto starts to come down. And this is happening because there's a very small amount of Bitcoin specifically. I'm using them as an example. So there is supply and demand. Now, what Zinkler says is very interesting, which is technically the price can be manipulated. You see with Dogecoin. So because the supply is so low, there's 21 million, right? When Elon Musk or somebody that is prominent in the world of crypto says something, everybody speculates. So now that Elon Musk is buying crypto, I'm also going to buy crypto. And you know what happens? The price starts to go up, right? Or Elon Musk says, I am selling crypto. I don't want it anymore. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's selling their crypto. And what happens? The price starts to come down. So the big issue is supply and demand. The other issue is people speculating what's going to happen with the price. And then people get very emotional. Everybody wants to buy, the price goes up. Everybody wants to sell, the price starts to come down. So the big issue is the supply and the demand. And that is what is making it very, very volatile. But I think when people start to see crypto as less of an investment, because people want to become rich very, very quickly. And they start seeing it as money that they can use to transact, to buy, to sell, to send. When people start using it in that way, I think it will start to ease the volatility of crypto. But that's essentially why the price goes up and goes down, and why the likes of Elon Musk can say something and all of a sudden the price is going up and down. That's what basically happens in terms of that price. Another question I'm getting is crypto subjected to tax like other investments? Yes, it is subjected to tax like other investments. So for instance, if you own a little bit of some gold, or you've got shares, as an example, there's dividend tax and so forth. So yes, there is some taxes, specifically when you have to sell the crypto itself. Somebody else here is asking me, what type of crypto do I own? Bitcoin, of course, Ethereum, Solana. I've got a USDC, which is referred to as a stable coin. So maybe one day we might just talk a little bit about that. I'm seeing another comment here coming in and saying, it's scary. Crypto is scary because a lot of celebrities seem to be endorsing these various coins. I agree with you. I think there's going to be a lot of people that will endorse crypto, a lot of people that are going to say, buy crypto, without really explaining what it is. So even during our webinar, we're not saying buy or invest. We're saying, what on earth is crypto? And if you do consider to buy it, these are the things that you need to think about before you make that type of decision. But I do agree with that comment that there are a number of people who, specifically celebrities, influencers, who are saying, buy, and they're not really educating us on what on earth is crypto all about. So I think those are some of the questions that we've been able to take in terms of crypto related stuff. Perhaps we'll have a part 2 where we go even deeper into crypto and we start to also answer some of these other questions as well. And I think we've got one more voucher to go. So this is the question. And of course, as I mentioned earlier on, quickest fingers first that gets it right, get onto the chat. What food item was purchased in the first known commercial transaction using Bitcoin? What food item was purchased in the first known commercial transaction using Bitcoin? So get into the chat really, really quickly and give us your answer, and you could win yourself $100 worth of crypto, courtesy of our friends at Luno. Let us know. And as I said, you can only win once. Can't win all 3. Give other children a chance. You can only win once. So quickest fingers first in the chat. What food item was purchased in the first known commercial transaction using Bitcoin? We're keen to know from you guys. I see a couple of answers already coming in, and I see Dumilen is saying pizza, which is absolutely correct. It is pizza. That is correct. So that is our Crypto 101 webinar. Everything you need to know about crypto, quick, fast, and easy. So thank you guys so much for joining us this afternoon for our New Age Money webinar brought to you by Black Bullion South Africa. And a big shout out and a thank you to our friends out at Luno for giving us those vouchers. And as I said, you can only win once. And if you do happen to win, get onto the Luno platform, click the rewards tab, pop in that code, and then you will get a little bit of some Luno in your wallet, and registering is absolutely free. We will be uploading this webinar onto our YouTube channel, and of course, you can also catch us on social media, where we will also be sharing bits and pieces of this webinar. Happy Friday, and of course, catch us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Instagram as well, on LinkedIn, and of course, you can pop us an email, blackbullion@wafunda.com. Happy Friday, and catch you in our next webinar.